is Melissa and welcome to the Singlemom Homestead. This is my very first video here on the channel and I am really excited to get it up and running. I have so many things that I want to share with you. As you can see, I am in the garden of the homestead right now. I'm going to give you a quick little tour of the farm, tell you a little bit about myself, so I hope you'll stick around. This is the old farmhouse here at the homestead. Construction began in 1860. And it is a beautiful old home full of a lot of history. Before we continue on the tour of the farm, I just want to take a few minutes to tell you about myself. The geese are hanging out right behind me. So back in 2018, me and my husband and my two daughters were living in a subdivision house. And there was nothing wrong with the house, but you know, I had grown up on property that my grandpa owned, and he had gardened, and I was able to run the fields and the woods, and you know, we just decided that that was the kind of childhood we wanted to give our kids. So we spent that whole next year saving up, paying off all of our debts. And in the summer of 2019, we put our subdivision house up for sale. It sold within only I think it was 3 days. And we found this beautiful old farm on 12 acres. And it was everything that we had dreamed of. They accepted our offer. And we moved in the fall of 2019. Hello, Goose family. Hi. I'm sure you're asking, well, then how are you at the Singlemom Homestead? And you know, specific details aren't important, but about 2 years ago, it had come out that my husband was living a double life for a very, very long time. Things that I knew absolutely nothing about, and they were shocking. We had sit in every church service together for 20 years. I had met him at church, which just goes to show you that you never really know a person, even if you sit in church with them every Sunday and Wednesday. And we had tried to work things out for about 6 months, but in February of 24, he decided this wasn't the life he wanted anymore, and he signed the farm over to me and he left. And you know, it really was the hardest thing that I walked through. It was a pain unlike I had ever felt in my entire life. And if I had not had the Lord helping me, I would not be here. And my family. You know, my family was very supportive. They prayed for me, they helped me. And I am very blessed that they are now living here on the farm with me. My mother's here and my brother's building here, and so I have a great support system. And the Lord truly took the most painful thing in my life and turned it into something wonderful. He healed all that pain in my heart and in my mind. My kids and me are closer than ever. Me and my mom are closer than ever. Me and my brother's family are closer than ever. You know, the Lord truly does take what the enemy meant for evil and he turns it for good. And if you are going through the same thing, no, you are not alone. I know it is hard to start over, especially in the middle of your life. You know, I was 40 years old when he left. I was in the middle of my life and I had to start over. But it's possible. And if he did it for me, he can do it for you too. So if you are going through something similar, I would love, 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 love for you to just comment or send me a message and say that I've been through this or I'm going through this, because you're not alone. You are not alone. And I know it feels really, really lonely when you are walking through it, but you are not alone. You're not alone. And this barn right behind me is one of the original barns here on the farm. And it's time for it to have some work done. So this fall, I will be redoing pretty much the whole barn. As you can see, it's looking kind of sad. It does its job for now, but I'm going to be redoing the whole thing this fall, and I can't wait to share that with you. This is the chicken coop that I made out of an old carport that was here. I had never built anything before, and I started it, I want to say this past March is when I started it. And I surprised even myself with this one because I had never built anything before, but I am very happy with how it turned out, and I am so thankful that the Lord helped me to build it. This is my brother's cabin that they're in the process of building. They are building it on the back side of the farm. And I just have to give them a great big thank you, my brother and sister-in-law, that they have stepped in after my husband left. They've been making the farm payment so we don't lose it. And they've been helping me with my girls. And I will be eternally thankful for all that they have done for me. My brother has a flock of sheep back here by the cabin that he's building. And we've grown quite fond of them. They certainly are sweet animals. And you can learn a lot from them if you spend a lot of time with them. They'll be really thriving this year. We had trouble getting them started, but thankfully it looks like they're doing well this year. We have 2 pear trees, one lonely peach tree, 9 apple trees here on the farm. This is my mom's house. She lives in this little cottage right next to the farmhouse. And this cottage has been here since the late 1800s. Back then, this farm was over 300 acres, and it was the largest dairy farm in our county. There were no slaves here. They had no slaves. They were all hired hands. And from what I have researched, they treated their hired hands very, very well. Well, we're back in the garden now. I'm going to end my tour here for today. The whole family just started building this garden this year with raised beds. It's been a lot of work. We're nowhere near done, but I will give you a tour of it another day. There's a lot more here to show you. I will save that for other videos, so I hope that you'll stick around. If you love the Lord, if you like devotions, decorating, gardening, farming, thrifting, baking, canning, cooking, all of that fun stuff, I love all of that. And I can't wait to share it with you all. If you are all about faith, family, and farming, you have found the right channel. So I hope that you will stick around and you will continue on this journey with me of being a single mom. I'll see you in the next video.